Ebetina mpa. Anopa de na ekọ. Mi hu o.
Oh, sir.
Okay, afa mahu.
Bisachu, then ya be hume.
Oh, ade what so nti mahu.
And the stories be bre, how do say me delay with it.
And that's across time sheda ni ho.
Me nia da je kra.
Of course. Any e kwaji saso na hya ase mpacho.
Yes, and I me to krom for be din komo.
Oh, me am to krom.
Aye.
Manso.
Na me say edu time bia wo hu. Ya boy etimi bo mo na nya asem ketwa.
Hono de galamse o.
Hwe.
Sa kwa no so nyina.
Residents no mo ho no. Omone the mining community for Wasanko mining. And then the military. Papa. I have dealt with this story for a very long time. Now there was one police commander in front of Senso. Commander Senso, I don't know. For whatever reason he's been transferred. They are transferred from Honumuko. I think it's a tepa will say, I don't know. I stand to be corrected. But some man no sa commander and one. Minim se major the so commander be a war. That enclave of Boise and to Kromne, those mining communities, because I am sure, sir, is it as a was conflict resolution, or he's a leadership expert, or he's a communication expert. Sanema miesa way. So to me, oh yes, Sanema miesa way. Are you able to manage the emotions of people? Say nipa ne bu fu send them krana so hu a any the way abesi approaching nipa krono with kasa any woni ya e ma nipa krona koma eto ne yam e ma nipa krona koma eba form o say o nipa bi wasase so hu na wo bu afu already but hu na wo bu afu more
asa ne hu ashi
ya asa ne hu ashi ne hu na wo bu afu sa wo hu hwenye ye ne hu ashi. And I can mention so many names. And the only people who are no more. Obetumi aka ne ho asebo the chi pa. But the moment I who say nipa kro no, your perception and everything na bibia wa djefa ne ho bia no hu na that very particular moment obe drop sa asem no. Sa ne ye na ene nsem wa djefa ne ho ni na no obe drop sa asem no that very particular minute. Because of sa nipa kro the way a ne su and then the buy essentially the way I see a chidom, and then the way I see a shenipa. One particular person has to do with the late Jerry John Rawlings. Sawapado, Obeshiano. I can the whole semi be beer, but Obe no, Ushiana. What I said, what to be at the paper form. Yes. So there are so many of them. But our wife, Mamina Wasi, because I'm a story in share that also, but I'm bringing see. Now, yet to come on so I had to say. It's Mamina Fiata Wasi.
All right.
Now, mefa asidake se fama saso insecticide spray. Adeba ko pe na me de minim. Ya ba bekan yansasem, but also ya boa. Ya the saso insecticide spray. Baba wadwumu ada ho. Ya ba sisi a.
Chifa be wo so. Nyume kwa so ya sin. Eye saso insecticide spray and coil. Enra najo na me were online, so I was reading so many things. Now me share one of the reasons why Ghana mebunu ehwo kire won. Now me share the reasons why Ghana mebunu eni adwumaye. Now me share reasons why Ghana mebunu ehwo hohehie mu okwana mu a edu tem bia eduru abufuo so ene akomahyew so a otwimetu sabe etuo asekan ejan and then they do things without thinking about the side effects of it. But me try say dwene ho ahun say dem seven producer ohia adwen adwuma hwe ohia na dwen say Ghana mra na dwen adwuma. I have told you, Enrichi, I told you that said the law has no conscience. Emra eni adwen eti emra betumi adiw pa so no aye papa na onye boni bia na emra na diw because ebia na wotumi aka wasem yie eti se wanka wasem yie na se emra diw a it does not necessarily mean say oye bonieni. But it rather means say ebia na wasam na wa tumi anka ne because ya wa bonifo bebre kofo bebre mo di boni omo da so na masase so a obafo mo ho so ene ye woni papapafo a genuinely speaking omo nya boni bia so da fiase yetimi kra kan wana asem kra nwie. And that aspect has to do with the law. Emra eni adwen sa so no hia eni adwen di be be share o hia bia no kopetuo na kuno because ukuna there is no way I no police ba be chew no do akọ gide fiase anasa e do akọ court na court remand o na court da sentence o say kokoda fiase da bi o hia de o hia na kuno o hia e fun o hia ya de papa. It is so about the sir. A Mabruno would want to do everything possible, humanly possible to survive. Adepa yakese pa ne say, what ho na kwasia seven predecessor. Atwituo atwe agyan. And what pep kweti kwan bi so e de kunyansani. Ya chen bibia. Wonim so wonim yansa. What's actually on the floor? Na kwahwe akwa babi ngwa ayi apanda nkwa bi ate the baby. No akotam tu akota gyan no de aba bebo tu pay no akum anase waje wo kwa de effect as for us so. Ya chen bibia. Ohia ene ahokyere nya de papa. Nano for some time, let me put it this way. For a very long time, in the history of our republic, you can to the first century of Ghana had to say, Obatim komo bia o Ghana had to say e mebunu. Obatim komo bia o Ghana ha say e mebunu. E komo bia betim ye mebunu. Adan e mebunu no eni adwumaye. Sabe e mebunu ne bi e bo asesa. E mebunu ne bi have resulted in taking drugs, different levels of drugs. And of course, they are now addicted. Most of them are addicted. The person who born drone, the somebody will have because I didn't change. And remember, Bray and Akoso, it is said, oh, yeah, brands and I saw your bubble nasa o kwakwada. Uyaman and Kadinchen, and that's all Yaman and Kadian Chintem because I did bet you not in jail, but I also say, now me sorry, I did bet you dear Medi. It means Shako Krebia was Asisua or Yam Robert da. Mishabida. Mentibisuda. Say Akukrebi at the baby, yes, Akukra with your armed robber. No, Mentibida. Say even if Sakukrano ye armed robber and now, Enra no ye babunu or sate drawing his youthful age and sana of a armed robber. Maintain say Akukrebi and Nasa Brewabi a drug addict. Maintain me that. Said the Pakra Sado so that's a drug addict is here. Now you're nano assembly near see ye. Drawing his or her youthful age. And no status as su and a bino. And that never do be a dream. So most of the times, say me show me who the way I be sit here. Now me show the way I be a seven projects and Yakupo di ma be drew. Now me a do point to be na me nam. Na traffic light I say. Now me who a meburu be a sabi impredesa. What take I want to stress the car. Now me ra who to the core. Say some run say we are to me at me tuo. Any a giant. And the baby siwu kwabrani a waye ye tam na untumi share efie untumi share busia. You cannot take care of the community and the society. No attempt to know the baby robo uti anye ye obajo nkwa the free usem. And these people are as dangerous as everything because oyakola uhie sika fa nye hwe oye payimu na waba kokora je se bia wona se bo fuska wa hu to se bia akwana nanu obeye government official na no fumfum sika rough na sefo bosumi bia na etua ne ka ahodo da wotwe bia no de sika kofie no sa de pakwa na ni brisika but the nkokrafo mpesika fa nyahwe otufo sebe yewra otekokoso onkwaso yechia nananom achia menom na no otu na nado kwa kufu adofo okacha se be we nyina dream mpesika fa nyahwe no kra because some brothers and Nado at that age would not need money for anything. But Omagara for you now who say, Sabi, Yura etu the fupa, but one fa. It is a babunu enya jumaye. Now, one of the factors has to do with the political decision of any government in power. It is so deadly and very dangerous at the current democracy. Because Ghana, no matter the amount of people you will employ at the military, no matter the number of people you will employ at the police service, no matter the number of security personnel that you may employ with Ghana, how do say, there is no way the military or the security personnel can match up with the youth of this country. Let me tell you one very interesting story. Maakye 2007, 2008, thereabouts. Maakye busia for yaw, but we are the famous Apori must go. I was talking at the Polytechnic. That time I was a student there. Now 2007, 2008 academic year. Now your principal or your VC or whatever. Now friend Apori. About two school fees woman in the number big account. And never power pa no pa say. Emma school for etiatua. Yet in Tesukoko and the school administration. Apori antene who say, I go confide the military and the police and a boy. I was school take by the Polytechnic. New site as some Maakye. What wouldn't be? What wouldn't say? Will be a. But it's just for the purposes of this discussion. We now innocent child. Akwani I want to busumi sia. Police for to tear gas. Emma. Tear gas no ko wura dan nim e na kora no wantumi ahomi no wuye ohwere ne kwa na boys no especially the engineering students ekoya mo ne police for koya ma boys no kwahye helmet e the face saho e the bonso mo de to wo ho etina police for to tear gas na boys ne ba wo so after a point in time the police could not contain the crowd make no na me number of police for, any military for, immigration for, any other security personnel. I am a class. And for those of you who do not know, I'm an accounting student, so I'm an accountant by profession, but I'm fine Jumada. I had so many military guys, security personnel who are no more of a class, and I'm in your more day, and a true side demonstration, not a buying. Any security personnel, security authorities, no friend one said, I'm not to say somewhere there, so go and fight against the people you are in the same class with. Yo, 1 hour when they one classroom now, I must say, I want Shiraba, and Yama, principal, Pori, and the Guyasono, Yentiminti, Yatia ho, Agumoteso, Yatin, the Sukoko, the Chirabai, and the principal. Eti yes wa the baby man or no your security personnel one how you by any part number 2 or your student it is only pa no sha one obekwa ama no okwa ma mai anaso okwa e de ama Onua kasa the students knowing very well say students no so here dey omo ye Ghana for and one of my own classmates and I was part of the demonstration one of our classmates because she no say Charlie, Mr. Reginald Che, even though it is our core responsibility to protect lives and property, but no more but they were under the instructions of their bosses. Emma a do point to be a kakenike because when they share the way other security personnel shoot on targets. And they say students now. Now, one class, almost military officers and other security personnel. So they wanted to retaliate and they had to call for calm. Now, enya kokrafo na no mo yes ade we ana nya kora totofe wa yes ade we na ye mabunu ena na yes ade we enti se mabunu a wo man mu ha ede adwuma ya ede asodie kɛseɛ ede to wo so na so te anu mu say o maame but this time baby wodui utumi kwaji ska fru maame wo no say o de kwa yie ana de kwa ye maasem se ma manya ga bi o na baby o say me no na danti me tumi fa ga ne ma ha no mawie no enti ma biskara mfa ko rent hotel wadi nya adwuma o maame wo hwe be hwe wasum. You get it? Because at this point in time, your mother expects to say, "Washow ma osefi free." Sa be na eduabo. Message him later. Washow ma osefi free. It is also social man sin tutu. I mean, eduabo. Something else, and I'll talk about it later. Eti baby, what do? O ma me expect to say okwa iye, okwa wedding, okwa any other program bi ana. And you no na who didn't say, or pay a juba din bia ye, and sana when you scar at the hokomosawa, or expecting the banash. Oh, sorry, how much a pay juma a yes, sir. Mema, oh, for me, ye heska, my scadia fanqua yeno. Say, Mass, and ye be a fan mana. Mamino, what should your own recognize the bar any nash? Obeka say, Sammy, nash, we are sensani. I don't know, but what for me, you know, me a so some of these languages do tell me na WOHO. Because a fantinika so be a questionnaire, and you'll be a chantro, will be on canocre. But okwa santimemuna so be a questionnaire, or you'll be a one more bra, will be a wabasasa. So some of these things, Mr. Mofa Chebe, baby, Ghana Fana, baby, a motion, baby, my sincere apologies, say be na accept that hawa. Say the thing say maybe nash mame and na mame bisa biska say bia ekọ me kwa yo because say me of a minim ne da me da say boda bia meka wo minim ne da masase so me ba ye wo be ba sase so me of a menhia ne da me mame no se di nua no me de ho de menhwe ho menhia ne da yesi wo yesi me teska me se me ntua kapre because wa contribute anything to my life. But some me be kwa yie na so be kwa no akọ ni yie a ono baby what do ya fe no kwa ye adwuma e kwa brand mo jani no aka se o de e kwa support ni ya na yie no obe hie ska de free me ho no mo a e na me TV so a me ka say enti me TV so me ka say ne me bosumi akatua e se dan kwa ni mu bia na ma me ka tell me say me pebe 3,000 Ghana cedis na ko me nya fa mana wa ma mebu bi say me sansani me dem sika no e de ye ahuhu bra me kwahwini e na sefo but na the referee said there are a lot of responsibilities on me. I'll bet you away o yere no mba sam de baaye e bia na nche se wo hu what ya se obedidi obeto petrol obefo car de ade obeye nema bebre and sadly we can't take it away from ourselves. We are ba obeye memasem kakra we are bema obeye masem kakra all those was even though was for the bugraye bi anymore oboso nim ye. It's some of these things se babunu ni nam na se wanya dwuma papa bia fa ne sense so no wanya enough income afa ma ne ho a hey wo twe mu tan on fa ho ne ne obedwen hey on dwe hu mienu so betam sabe etuo watayejan watabibia obetumi ama na survival no de sabe predators and nsa koda no e dey na me pesa me kire sir. If there is a mining community, a mining area to say maybe to say hini I two box sites WOHO. Na ye say ye big box sites ye nyuma bebre. Na mebuna WOHO no mo entumi two box sites bi na say bi wonye sika ko na no a wo befu. That is number 1. Toto krom ye two gold agudie e WOHO no mo. Se koba de sa ye two agudie na toto krom fo na kasa na seven predators wona sase. I had some pain inside because a good year I was so. It's the Shannon say, on shots of Ghana. Near Manco for me, but 2 a good year or not to go for some pay. A Jumani Bia, The boss of Mosako on no, maybe a boss when you be the block community, that's a boss who never been fine. The boys will go all out. I'm extra every means possible. So what's the Sabbath one? No. And for when they do because the more you kill them, the more they get agitated. This morning, I'm not here to preach violence, but I am talking about the principle of life and the principle of equity. That is it. But the character say any again, but Abrofono introduces something we call equity, maxims of equity. It just say, wow, pepe, and all barbecue shows also what you fine. It is a Sunday way you want more. No one Obuase ye too gold e wo hodo mo na mabunu na wo obuase na kasa wo ho kire wo wodi adwumaye na ye kunkum rantie ne mabai wa e wo obuase all in the name of say ye kwakọ pesika anasa kakra e bedie ye pemedia koye na no ne ye se ye mo odwuma ne bi ye even though wasase so na ote but ye mo odwuma ne bi ye ma ho nto e ba de sa e babunu no wo befu no wakọ hafu new month na ye kum rantie ne mabai wa ho they are chasing people out. Sometimes you don't get it. Sadema way Emma sabe brothers are ebufoba. No one consulta yesi too magazines wo hono. Ne yakofa enkofu a wonni mi suta be bia watakwa. Ne yakofa won say womra no meye adwuma. Na abrofo no ete e friend say oboti be bifufro e na ye inshallah ufo no. Yeah, community 9 for no, Stubborn Boys Academy for no, ye ne ye papa nom ne ye yere nom ne ye maame nom e hye wan kwa na bi twetwo bi ene yete. Some of these things are extremely disturbing. About sa emrante no wo ye den wo ye president and you cannot sit in your office. Wo ye minister you will not be able to sit in your office. Whoever you are, and if you are in authority, you will not be able to sit in office. Mekai Zuba, Mumisa Zuba. Tama no I am see you. Oh, Jennifer Pumem, the Niban was not na hafu. Mumisano, a kwa faso, a kwa hafu. Well, the did say not na hafu from a wasu to a hafu. It was because no foot in the sense other the artistic so na come there. Other na seven brothers ye pesika di na ye peduma ye. Maybe so because ye adwuma ye aban ne bete yeto meboa aban ne te yeto no anam de betua bomuka na ye adwuma fa ye na sika de so wo ho no ma ye na ye de tua eso de dijae na presia for bre na honi valley for bre na ya free for boys ne bre. So you put all these things together and you ask yourself say when na say chire ntia sa de ma we ekoso when na say chire. Now, other aspects. Now, I was talking about asilos. Now, me young boys be some small boys be able to information centers be no more can kwasem. With all due respect and my greatest apologies to Obi Otebi and Opay. Young boys be te radio station as a information center be I can say hunu. Yet they contain that they consume our Ghana ha. By the time what they can tell me cause we go ankremu na enso na kasa nyina gu fom ansa na du ankremu. That is what we are experiencing right now. As in laws nkoa betumi provide Ghana over $1.3 billion a month across the country, if not more or less. But kwabna say eskana eba no ekwa ni na kwa ba hono ma abani benya skana do nti ono so tene de no akọ baby a romantic areas no akọ negotiate say wo be ma 20% ititi ase ni yentwi fam na ka ba ko ba na so lodi ma ne bro so a ye gile 20,000 Ghana cedis a ye fa 5,000 Ghana fa kokoma ban then ye fa 15,000 ye kana kwa na ne to radio information center na kan kwa asem. I don't know the guy's name and I wish I knew his name, but this is not we be faster biggest platform we find just my way. So some of these things say mabru na ye involved. That's say omunya adwuma ye na ekobade say yes say be adwuma ni ho deliberate adwuma ni ho yate ase adwuma ni ho ye na ye hu say ahokyera ba yate ase but say me hu say me ye adwuma na se ni adwuma ye na se nya kwanya say so ye adwuma wo hanom say na so mo na kwanya ma na nya adwuma na se bu befu shibuafu it obeye be everything humanly possible no making sure say you also pay the sabeka because and be put food on the table so now ya man kokrafo no e me pe wo ho enya sika e wo Ghana ha ene amamuo mu na ye mam mrante ne mabunu na ye sori a director Mr. na je say ukọ payin bi ho mo na wasre no oh honorable na je say bomb brane asa na wo pesika de amaye it will never happen na je say mrante e pesika e de akokobo ho bra na je say mrante na ehia politicians a ne ye bomb brane ne ye ma wo fans na one honorable one na se guru sa all in the name say it will never happen because the boys lives matters and say a branch no or making sure say at the end of the day obenya sika kakra e that no dey abon the bra na ne dachi anya mmobot say 7 previous na mo dey here ne ndanda no ne papa no. If you are not careful, some of these things a double escalate. Sebeboa mo dem ko bisa Sri Lanka for. And them at two President Tinahi Fiesa that croatin and na mabuni na boahia. Where were the military? Where were the police? Where were the security personnel? They all had to flee for their lives. They had to flee for their lives because they could not contain the pressure of these young innocent guys who were so desperate. Ghana, near Ghana for here. Any mabri in here, I attend a juma, and now I'm a at a train, any numa, and to a larger extent in Putu Numa and one. Ghana, here, she. Meboa. Ghana, we don't need anything. What we need, a numa, some mabru juma here. Now, a branch was sorry, look, let me, Nash, follow me. I make a message you intro. And this is happening just this morning. Just this morning. Maybe you and the Pakistan send a message to mommy. I said, good morning, JB. Please, I've been calling you, but you are not able to answer. Uncle, please, I am in serious pain. May come direct for the I don't know meaning the Pakro. I am in serious pain and I am tired in this life. I do not know how to start this, but I'm 22-year-old and I have a family. Tio! I am a 22-year-old, but I have a family. Ebia na sa nipa kro no, nti aye ti se da mimiti yeye. Ana sa bia ne na hye ti yeye se be wanya dwuma oye. But no akwa hu yeye mu to a point where say wanya bibia akofie a na yire ne ma edan no. Tie. And I have a family but do not have because no one cares about me and my family. What is it all about in life that I may seek? I am saving money in a certain bank and God's issue, and of course, our money could not have been the money that we could use. And so I decided to save it in my Momo, uncle. My Momo was 1,000 Ghana cedis, and they took my money from the phone. Ono ni adwuma yo la nkofo bi once the 10 persons bi ade be ma no wa kwakonya kakra de ato de momo so se obi ayi skara free momo so no problem. I went to the office to inform them, and what happened was for me to a certain guy who was sitting and shouting at me and putting that aside. Uncle, just last day I was saying to myself that may God help me, and I should be so ashamed of myself that it be so many months that I have not been able to buy anything for my family. So ask yourself, Bisa say, Sabrante we, Oyo be money 2,000, not 1,000 pen and would for so, me boy. Oyo be money 2,000. Say, woman, 2,000, me mouth 2. I'm a giant, I'm a sick. Safa koko plan nasha sa ni pakọ do bedwe na onwe ho obegya ye abro onwe ho. Let us take very keen interest in this issue because ya hwe ye rezi hardened criminals and hardened people. We will not be able to contain them in the next few years. Yet to me contain this I'm not telling my by way. Because you see, I buy one sorry. You need my say your friend be hook up. Uncle brand home come ye juma. Brand home so or school. Because you need man say we the paje bi won ho a eno no the cha be man so the man be man obenya ne nsa no aye dey akwada no. But that is not only the situation. Say the pakono ya mie nani ma na hunu nyema so oya. He will end up doing what he is doing or what she is doing because of you say eno and be man iska kakra. Sabe brothers a shawo for one na nam kwa hu. Say that be abunya market meboa. Because akobu kwada na akobu nya market and akobu jaye. Ye mrante we ya ye ni kokkrafo we ya na eche wo wewo. Bado ka ye mi da me ya shawo ni mi da me mpa shawo fo. Bado boa okodo nya market na kwa jade dada. We should deliberately and consciously as a country plan. So yes anuma we e dia ma emrante ne mabunu a seven predecessor wo pa adwuma de aye. See, over the years, let me tell you this. Over the years, the political and institutional shortcoming, I say, you provided BB to say NEIP or whatever, any youth employment agency. And I can just run into any of the offices. Na makase bia o me padwuma ntimuma madwuma ye na nanka there will be job readily available for you. But yes, it is and any of these institutions are some of these jobs in nyuma ye de bema wo no, they will tell you say okay adwuma we bet you 1,000 but you end up so be 250 Ghana cedis at the end of the month, which will not be able to do anything for you, any reasonable thing for you in your life. Sana ya say zoom live for me kanta any other nyuma hudo bi kanta ya for ye ne dia. So they plan within a short term, that is the political season, but they are not able to plan ahead. Say be 10 years, 5 years or 20 years to come. Dia ne betumi ya dia sustain this nyuma we nom aba we ba o say we mempe enye medusu ade hunu no aguno no ba create ne dia no for party boys na party boys be this hunu na mo yesa so ntuamu kaye national security near for party boys no mo this hunu. You see, it is not bad and you're the bonus so because they are all Ghanaians, but the way and manner these people conduct themselves is a few years to come. Share abrante beba kokra abayon beba brewa no babrewa no ya kokra wi a no aba beye asudie e de adam me ameye babunu eso meboa. These are some of the things we keep talking about. It is a abiding creative institutions. It is institutions no emo modern mo wo ho bra no mo ye bi papa bi fama e babunu na so mo ntimi am provide a long-term approach. I'm not to be and solve serious unemployment issues are. It will be one of the biggest burdens yet to be answered no quite and yet to be so in the next coming years. And I saw me I won't say, but a few months as a few years to come, you would understand and appreciate where I'm coming from. And I don't pay me not to crow for me kobo. But secondly and finally, before some man Dr. Tam Daso Abba. Now know you are Blekumanov. Police ni be mirafindi. Say that the girl Jano. Sanajon in the Ira Manam, you know. Say then na share bufu from nowhere. Na kwaya ko boss em 20 years sumu abu bodo basabasa. Hey, wafa. Adanya or your post in your kuta rank. So your ASPO, so your DSPO, so your ACPO, so whatever. And a post forecast say Abranti as a post in Wamanajuma na ho. Enti ye be ronu ne natade na ye lesson chen ya start ya hwehwemu so di bi ma obesa go back to the juma oye so di for a ye be twe na so. 100 a year. Is it Magdan? Yeah. Yes, Magdan, yes. Now, one of our colleagues, Joy News, Abrante Bako reporter Oye Najuma as a journalist. That's what you did. Minim said that ne humayo. Said that ne irabunu wofio. Said na yentua de ka. Said na sabi dambi na obo. Said na dwe na enya dwumo said den yo. I don't get it. In the next 10 seconds or 5 seconds, you need to catch a video because I want you to appreciate the thing much more better. As soon as I can watch him.
On the AM show, reporting live on the scene. At that time, it was only you. And then on decks, that's where we saw you speak to this guy was left, and then the intervention came in. So from the time you were there, around 8 on the AM show, until the time after 10 a.m., there was no military presence.
No military person, no police, nothing. So the time you saw the military man attack the eyewitness was when they actually arrived. So we had no interaction with them prior to that interview. We were just rolling our interview. The only people who came before the military were the officers from Maakye. So the gentleman started speaking to us. Less than a minute, we heard sirens and military men with guns, jumped off and came straight to us. And we saw what happened in the video. They started beating the...
But the claim is that, and from what we're picking, the national security operatives came
I'm just a journalist to report on
some workers of Madam were in the process.
Now, Osha saw video where a very disturbing video. Now, Joy News presenter, Mame more on about because you video away from Muhonomo. Now, Joy's News presenter and a reporter, a interview. Now, so journey from nowhere. Without any level of provocation, now Koya Tambelt. Now, so for also, sir, edu tell me about some who back one. It's a minute for no. Among God, they never get cry. So, therefore, the business too much. Maybe I come say one of the best things that has to me, and it's a many soldier for now for me. But my camp will move Philip, papa. But I'm one now for because I'm not going to never. Or you said, no. Now the parkour way to the bed, you can ask them the TV so or car or nyawoshi. Now I got chip belt and the sea branches so album. Oh, God, no, now for me, no, me, so soldiers for as to the video in the tree. No, but what says the branches no more boom. Ye Jen and Wasem, Adaya, obey before you complain. At what point, Anna granted an interview to the press about a criminal activity in Ghana. But of course, I appreciate the swift response from the presidency, the communications department of the office of the president, that is Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, and the statement about Bonte, condemning this very useless, barbaric issue from the Ghana Armed Forces. Now Ghana Armed Forces for Nakaso acknowledges the fact to say, Omunipa no yes, I don't say na dream yo, say na dream yo, say na ni buo fuo, say na ni ire jano, say when you broken heart or dinamo, say this, say muna na audio, whatever. I'm also I condemn say useless attack we are. Eko so edema sa asempro ni nasefo no. Hwe, na me aka say democracy is not about ntokwa. Eye kema mi nka bi. Ene sene ye be ya, ye be ma, ye be bo anobaba ye. Na asumdwe any pepepe ye diaba. Your interest today it's not my interest tomorrow. The fact is that we interest and interest and this is my interest. Demolition exercise na ekoso. Na soldiers for mo supervise demolition exercise. Ghana military service. Is it your responsibility to be supervising demolition exercise? Is it your responsibility? Some brothers, ye nuanom kra wo soro hono mo a ntawatawa asia ye pekwa be fa so amasumdwe di aba ye nya masumdwe maye ye nuanom binum wo wu na mo de sa de we ketra we hye brante we ya na mfetu so a no akotam belt ne mrante miesa so da fo miesa mo che guru so da mo bo no some brothers ne ma dwe wo he mo nya sa se buru no gada ya mo dia ya bra mo ne sa se buru no. Some of these military guys are doing fantastic jobs. They are serving their country with a lot of respect and dignity. And some of you, out of emotions, whatever, what did this too much? Munya shata there now must put this but you know what I say. Maybe not for the do na soldier for. But my grow dey nyefe. San suba we yet to be found baby ya. Mum ye nya san sem hunu we. Na soldier ni no yes ade so. The law is the law is the law. Ever say like yourself masaso insecticide spray. Now also wa wadwunu mu ha kakra no ya bo afa ha. Ibeku